Miami-Dade, Broward, and the Keys. This is South Florida's CBS 4 News.
Tonight, the bizarre story that has made national headlines takes a new turn.
I could have died, and I know that now.
A victim comes forward and for the first time describes the pain, the embarrassment, and trying to move forward after being disfigured by an alleged doctor imposter. Good evening, I'm Antonio Mora. We begin with a story you haven't yet heard in this ongoing saga. The trauma caused by injections given by someone police say had no right to give them. In some cases, police say people were injected with Fix-A-Flat. CBS 4's Gary Nelson has the exclusive.
Investigators say Morris would inflate the fannies of his patients with Fix-A-Flat, that goopy stuff you use to repair a flat tire.
Developing right now at 6, a new claim of sexual misconduct is being levied against presidential candidate Herman Cain. But this claim is very different from what we've heard in the past. Jury selection got underway today in the trial of a former Hollywood police officer accused of doctoring his reports. Prosecutors allege Dewey Presley changed the police report to keep a fellow officer from getting in trouble. Still to come, how giving your true love the 12 days of Christmas gifts could cost you a record amount. How much is tonight something extra? Also, the future of the famous Coppertone girl could be in jeopardy. Why she may not be hanging out on Biscayne Boulevard indefinitely. That's after the break. And stolen art, how a man used fakes to steal more than $1 million from South Florida collectors.
Basel is bigger than ever. I'm Vanessa Borge. Coming up, I'll show you what you can expect from one of the most prestigious art shows in the world.
Tensions continue to build in the troubled relationship between the United States and Pakistan following Saturday's NATO bombing. A report from the Pakistani border tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Now, here's a look at today's other headline makers. Syracuse sex abuse scandal. Dave Bernard joins us now. It is warm out there today, but not for much longer.
That's right. We will have a big change in temperatures. Right now, we had temperatures in the 80s today. This is our last 80-plus degree day for some time. Our normal high is 81, so we're pretty close to that. Notice some areas were just a little bit warmer, including Opelika at 83 degrees. Outside right now, we have readings in the mid-70s, and the stickiness scale is slightly sticky. The humidity's been a little bit elevated the last few days. But again, as the front comes through, that is definitely going to be changing. And the bays are going to see a moderate chop. So check this out, 76 tomorrow, but then by Wednesday morning, the coldest spot's 52, maybe 50 on Thursday morning in the cold spots, maybe even a few upper 40s, and then a nice breeze Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with a few more clouds, but overall it should be really nice. Hey, it's that time of year again for the Holiday Homes Tour. We want to see your lights. Email them to us at pics@cbsmiami.com. And I'm going to show up at 5 people's homes between the 12th and the 16th of December and broadcast the weather live. We'd love to see your holiday lights.
All right. Thanks, David.
CBS 4 News is sponsored by Lexus of Pembroke Pines. Get your best deal of the year during the December to Remember sales event. Pines Boulevard just west of I-75. CBS 4 News is sponsored by Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer in the Southeast. Located on Pines Boulevard just west of I-75.
Jim Barry here with sports. Well, in Urban Meyer's case, I guess no ended up meaning yes. Just last week, did you see this quote? The ex-Gator coach said he had not been offered the Ohio State gig, and look what happens today. Voila, he takes the job.
Finally, something extra. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a bankruptcy filing. The price of partridges, pear trees, and French hens has soared. So if you give your true love every item on every day of the 12 days of Christmas, the price tag is now more than $100,000 for the first time. Labor costs aren't the problem. Paying for drummers drumming, pipers piping, ladies dancing, maids a-milking, and lords a-leaping has mostly held steady, reflecting high unemployment and sluggish wages. I do wonder how they put a price on lords a-leaping. How are you going to get lords to leap? Certainly not the royal wedding bunch, although you never know with rowdy Prince Harry. The 7 swans of swimming are the real killer. Just one set runs $6,300. That's according to PNC Capital Management. Partridges cost the least, but the pear trees they're supposed to be in don't come cheap. The price of turtle doves, French hens, and geese a-laying flew up, but inflation hasn't hit the calling birds. I'd love to see someone give all this to their true love, but unless you own a dairy farm, who would want maids a-milking? That's our news for now. Thanks for joining us. The CBS Evening News with Scott Pelley is up next. For more news, go to cbsmiami.com or listen to our radio partner, News Radio 610 WIOD, and look for all the day's headlines tonight at 11. Have a great evening.